Hello, I'm Francisca Ortiz Ruiz. I'm a postdoctoral research in the Millennium Institute for Care Research, MICARE, in Santiago of Chile. And what I'm going to present today is a little bit about that research specifically. So in general sense, the main objective of this research is actually to understand the care and social support networks of older people, with a special emphasis on gender, age, and class inequalities. The first dilemma that I present in my study, it was actually trying to differentiate both concepts. From one side, care networks, and from the other side, support networks, which are not always so different in the literature. So what I'm going to propose in this poster, and you can see it over there, is a way to understand each of these concepts and trying to differentiate both. So more specifically, what I will propose is that actually care networks are the available and perceived ones, while the support networks are the actual networks measured in an event or in a specific period. So just to make clear, we are for this, I'm using the social network analysis approach, the relational approach, and I'm differentiating between these three concepts. From one side, you have what you think is available as a network, the first one, available networks, which is more, maybe you have available some institutions, some organizations that actually could help to you. Another one is the perception, is what you perceive that actually those networks are. But you have another one that actually is the actual network. And that one is like, if we are talking about a specific event, if you went to the doctor last week, I can ask you about who helped you in that opportunity. And that's different to the other two. And actually the first two are sometimes overlap because obviously they are very similar. But the actual network is always different. So what we have here is what I'm trying to propose. I'm proposing that maybe this idea, this criteria to understand the networks and actually to measure it is going to make a clear difference between the two concepts. So when we are talking about care networks, maybe we could be talking about the available and the perception of those networks, because care networks is more about the literature on social justice and the care crisis around the world is a more ontological concept, while support networks is a more practical concept, is something that you can actually think about it in a specific moment of your life. So that's the whole idea, is to make this difference between those two. So I'm talking about this in a broader context of understanding that we are under a statement of social interdependence. So for this, I'm going to be doing my fieldwork in Santiago de Chile. I'm going to be having two stages. The whole research is from a mixed method approach. And I'm going to be doing a panel survey with a name generator with 3 waves. And then later on, I hope to have some in-depth interviews with the same older people to check in more details and about probably the history of each of those people. So then the whole study is going to be concentrated in one community center, which is situated in a middle-low social class neighborhood in Santiago de Chile. And this fieldwork actually already started and is going to end in December 2022. Thank you very much for listening, and you can check later on in the poster. I have a QR with more information about the research, and also I'm promoting a podcast which is about caregiving research. So you can check that too, which is actually a bilingual podcast. Thank you very much.